Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Tiger and Bunny episodes 8 through 9, or 8 and 9. So last time we met, I can't remember, it's some variation of like psychopath or maniac or something. But basically, he's a next that can, like Fire Emblem, can start fire. And he's been framing Fire Emblem, he's been causing chaos, and apparently it's for his own sense of justice. Now, it also showed at the end there was this judge that they were talking to, and it's so fucking obvious that he's this maniac guy. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. And I've been mulling this over since I last recorded my previous reaction, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the fact that they just revealed his identity that easily and quickly and blatantly. Even if it's just to the audience. Like, obviously it didn't reveal it to the characters, but I just feel like it takes away. You know? I feel like part of the appeal of this character as we were seeing him was the mystery of his entire deal. And while, like, we don't necessarily know his motives or anything in full, we can piece things together by knowing this much. And as we learn more about the judge himself, it's like everything will become pretty clear, I feel. And not in a way that we would want. Like, we would want to be able to figure it out on our own. Like, I guess because the judge is an entire thing about it, it makes me think of Ace Attorney, the video game series. And in Ace Attorney, one of the biggest appeals of it is the mystery aspect. You are putting together all the clues, all the information, and you figure out all the motives and the specifics and the details about the case. Now, yes, in Ace Attorney, you do also know the killer right off the bat, usually. But you're still trying to figure everything out, because you get the identity of the killer before you get anything else. You start up a trial in Ace Attorney. You get the murder scene. You get to see the murder scene, and then the rest of the actual case begins. This, it's like you're seeing stuff about it before you actually get the reveal. You actually get to see all this information, and get all this knowledge about the bad guy beforehand. It's a different kind of situation because of how it's presented. With Ace Attorney, it's not about finding out who did it, it's about finding out how and why. You're trying to unlock the details surrounding the case. With this, the mystery of who this maniac guy was is part of the appeal of the character. Like, they're trying to figure out who this person framing Fire Emblem was, and then when they truly reveal him, like, in his hero disguise and everything, the very same episode, they just reveal who he is. Again, it just seems it seems cheap, and it takes away from the appeal of the character. And considering at least now he seems to possibly be connected to this organization that killed Barnaby's parents, or at least he knows about it, it's a little disappointing. And because of it, I've been putting off this reaction. Compared to other stuff, it's like this isn't pre-recorded as far in the past as other stuff has been. And it's not just this, unfortunately. I've also noticed that even before this, even before we took the break from Tiger and Bunny and stuff, it's like, as you know, we took the break because I was feeling like there might have been early burnout with this series for whatever reason. We got to the point where I had dropped it before, not out of any dislike for the series, but because of other things coming up, as I've stated in the past. And we decided to take a break. Excuse me. I could feel that coming. But, yeah. We decided to take a break because I felt like it was a good point to, now that we'd gotten to where I had in the past, during my first try watching through this series. And so I thought that had something to do with it, as well as all the other stuff I was reacting to and everything at the time. And I've come to realize in just this short time since starting back up, this just fatigue and everything, this burnout for the series was not just because of that. It was not just because of the other stuff I was reacting to taking a toll on me. This is just a series, I don't know why, but I'm just not finding enthusiasm with. I'm not having fun getting to it and reacting to it. And I don't know why that is, because every time I watch an episode, I'm like, oh, this was good. I enjoyed this. I don't know if it's just the reaction aspect of it. I don't know if it's something else. Because it's like, right now, looking at my schedule of content here. Where's my schedule? There it is. This is pretty much the only one I'm feeling this towards. Because we have One Piece, we have Molly McGee, we have The Boys, we have Amphibia, Hilda, Spy Family, Your Boy Kongming. This is like the only series I've been having trouble pre-recording. The only one I've been having trouble wanting to get to. Everything else I've been like recording like weeks in advance. And I'm recording this, for example, week of. Because I kept putting it off. I kept wanting to get to other stuff. And I kept putting this off. And trying basically to not get to it until I had to. I even realized I've been telling myself, it's like, I don't have to get to this right now. I can wait on this series. And it's disappointing because I don't want to drop this again. But as I've said with the other things in the past and all, it's like, why should I keep reacting to something if I'm not enjoying reacting to it? It's going to affect my reactions. It's going to affect how I am during it. And that's going to very clearly be seen. If I just get apathetic towards it, if I even start to dislike it, that would ruin my view on the series too. It would make me just really have this sour feeling towards it, even if otherwise the series I do enjoy. So I'm going to unfortunately say that I'm going to put this series on notice. This is something I haven't used this term in a while for. But basically, for all those new or who don't know what that means, basically, it simply means that I'm unsure about the future of the series on the channel, and that it has to start improving for me if I'm going to continue reacting to it. And this by no means is saying that I don't like the series, because as I said, I very much do. I'm very much enjoying the characters in the series and all of that. I'm just not enjoying reacting to it, I guess. But especially because this is a poll series, and especially because I already had dropped the first poll series we did, which was Cuphead. And then I dropped the third poll series we did, Kill la Kill. I don't want to just keep dropping every poll series we do. Like, mind you, Kill la Kill was a shot in the dark as it was. That one was never guaranteed. Cuphead just really disappointed me in pretty much every regard. It just wasn't. It wasn't doing well for me. This is the only one out of those that I actually actively like, but I'm just having trouble finding the motivation to specifically react to it. So at least you'll have that if I do end up dropping it. But I'm hoping not to. But I also don't want to take like constant breaks, you know? I feel like taking breaks all the time from it will also get very old very quick. Because even if I took another break after like a couple more weeks, like halfway through the series, it'd be like, that's 2 breaks by the halfway point of the series. It's like, that's too much. Unless there's something like going on with me or the channel, it's like taking 2 breaks in that amount of time it's just not really okay, I feel. But I also don't want you to subject you guys to reactions that I'm clearly not enjoying recording. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think the only thing I can do is to, for now, give it another shot, but keep it on notice. Because every other option just seems bad to me. And the worst part is that these poll shows are supposed to be shows that I have a feeling that I'm going to like. That was my intent with this, that I would give you 3 shows that I already have a feeling I'm going to like, and you would vote on which one I get to at a time. And the fact that each one we've tried now has been giving me trouble with this, that's really disheartening for me. And I'm sure you guys aren't exactly pleased by it either. Even if you guys understood that the Kill la Kill one probably wasn't going to last. It's like, still, I know you guys seem to like Cuphead a lot more than I did based on comments. And I know there's some fans for Tiger and Bunny on the channel, so I really don't want to keep dropping everything when it's a pull series. I mean, unlike with donation rewards, you're not paying for these. It's just a vote thing, so it's not as bad if I drop them. I'm not as worried as if it were a donation reward, in which case I would definitely give it as much of a chance as I could. But I still don't want to keep dropping every single pull series, you know? I don't know what it is about this series that is doing this to me. I wish I did, because again, I enjoy it when I do watch it. But when I'm like putting forth that much resistance to actually getting to it in the first place, maybe this is what caused me to drop in the first time. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pacing of it. Maybe it's the delivery of it. Maybe it's the I don't know. But like I said, we'll give it a shot for now. It's on notice, and that includes for this video, these 2 episodes. Hopefully it excites me enough to keep going. But if I truly feel after recording these episodes that I'm just not going to be in a good spot to watch this or whatever, I don't know, because I like superhero media. I know I like superhero media. I don't know what it is. But if I still feel like I'm going to probably continue to be apathetic towards getting to the reactions each week, it's like, that's not going to be good. Because you might have one week where I even forget to get to them, you know? And we'll see. We'll see. But this is tough. It's always tough when you genuinely are enjoying the series, but at the same time something is just pushing back against you, and it's the worst feeling, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know, it's only for this series right now. I don't know what it is. I've got other stuff recorded up into August, and this is giving me so much trouble. Either way, sorry for these long pre-thoughts. I just wanted to get all this out and let you know my thoughts on this and everything, and my situation with where this is going or might not be going. So we're gonna get on with it, hope for the best, and we'll make a continuing decision one way or the other in the afterthoughts after I've seen these 2 episodes. It's gonna at this point depend on various factors, on just how much I'm enjoying it, my level of apathy or not, all of that kind of stuff. We'll see. Either way, let's just get this going. So when the screen fades black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black, then it fades back in. Everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, I'm conflicted. I like these episodes. And as I said in the pre-thoughts, it's like every time I'm watching this, it's like I enjoy the actual content. But I noticed something when I was after I had turned off the reaction and was getting ready to put on the redirect and everything, and start recording these afterthoughts. I noticed I didn't remember the first episode. Episode 8, I should say. I didn't remember what it was. I actually had to look it up. Episode 9 was fresher on my mind, but it's like, I was trying to think, I was like, what the hell happened in episode 8? It's like, that's not a good sign. And I don't know if this explains things at all, but what I came to glean from this is exactly what that would sound like. That this series, for me, has not been hitting in the right way, has not been memorable enough in the right way to really just appeal to me in the right way. It's good as I watch it, but nothing sticks with me. At least not to the degree that it does with like other shows. Like, nothing just connects with me on as notable of a level. Nothing about this series is really hitting those strong points. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's the series at fault, or the writers or creator, whoever. I'm not blaming anyone with that. But something about it is it's just not clicking. Like, I watch a series like One Piece, and every week it gets me hyped, it gets me excited, it gets me ramped up. The same has been happening for my recordings for Amphibia and other shows lately. Most things I've been watching have been exciting me, and I think I'm getting what it might be here. The reason why it's just this show I'm having trouble with is because this show is not a show that's trying to be big and bombastic and exciting. It's trying to be, I guess you could say, a drama more than a superhero series. When you think of a superhero series, or superhero movie, or whatever, you think of it being big and bombastic and memorable. All these amazing moments and huge action-packed scenes. The grandeur of it all is what you think of when you think of superhero stuff. You watch an MCU film, you're hoping to see a lot of exciting action, some good comedy, great character moments, these big epic scenes that just stand out in your mind. And pretty much everything else I've been reacting to lately has been like that. Like, I bring up my schedule again here. One Piece is pretty much always like that, but especially in this current arc, in the Wano arc. Molly McGee is always very exciting, is always very entertaining. A lot of great moments that just really stand out. The Boys, obviously. Amphibia has been really great with that this season. Hilda has been surprisingly great with that. Miss Marvel, Spy Family, your boy Kongming, all of these shows have been great with their moments and their excitement and their hype, except this one. And I think that might be what's doing it. I think I figured it out. This series is a lot more slow. Not in terms of necessarily pacing, but in terms of it's how would I put it? There's a word I was thinking of and I can't think of it now. It's presentation. It has a slow, simple presentation that's not, again is not trying to be bombastic or super exciting or super hype. And I think that's what's doing it for me. This series is not exciting me because it's not exciting me. It's legitimately not doing that. And it's weird because it is a superhero series, and it's like there's no moments in this series, no specific like moments that really stand out, except maybe the lunatic ones. Everything else in this has been like good episodes and all, good character developments, but it doesn't stand out. It doesn't get me excited for it. And that's the issue, I think. That's why I have so much trouble getting to it each week to record, why I put it off in favor of like literally anything else pretty much. Because it's not exciting to me. It's written well, the characters are handled well, but it's not fun. And I think that's the big issue here with me. It doesn't, to put it simply, it doesn't read as a superhero series to me. It reads as a drama that just happens to feature superheroes. And yeah, there's some other stuff in this too. There's comedy, there's some action. But again, it doesn't read as a superhero series. Like, it's wild to me. And it's not like it's the only one that hasn't been very much like that, but even something like Miss Marvel, which doesn't focus on the superhero stuff as much, still has so many exciting moments that make it feel like a superhero series. And this show just doesn't so far. And mind you, like this isn't even halfway into the season. But I think that by practically episode 9, 10, it should be doing a lot to, keep its fans. And mind you, a lot of people probably like it this way, and that's fine. But I think that's the reason why, at the same time, while some people like this comparatively, for me, it's the reason why I have issue with this series. And again, I want to make very clear that this is purely because of the excitement value here. I still think this is a good series. I think, again, it's well written and well made and well characterized. All of that's really good. But if it's not exciting to watch, then it's not appealing to me. I want to find entertainment and excitement when I go into a new episode. Again, every other series I'm reacting to right now is doing this. I'm excited to get to more episodes. I'm excited to get to recording another video for them. Because they continue to just heighten my hype for it. This series is not. I know I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again now, so let's actually talk about these episodes. So, in the first one, they go to this old hero school that Barnaby as well as the Cyclone guy used to go to. Tiger's there too because he is. This episode focuses on Cyclone and about his past while he was at the school. He had a best friend there who, during an incident, accidentally killed a woman, a hostage. It was a complete accident, yet he was still charged with murder and imprisoned. In the current day, he's broken out to get revenge on Cyclone. Even though it wasn't his fault either, it was no one's fault, it was an accident. And Cyclone has to help to take him down and return him to prison. And yeah. We also have a bit of Lunatic in there causing trouble and continuing with that plot line in general. Here's my biggest issue with that episode, and I think the reason why it wasn't so memorable to me is it just kind of diverged. Like, we're getting all this stuff with Lunatic, and my thought is like, okay, this is going to be the main story going forward. But all of a sudden, we get some side story to develop Cyclone as a character. And it's like, it's fine developing these other heroes. We've been doing this with characters before now. But it's like, why here? Why would couldn't they have waited to start like the Lunatic storyline until after they've introduced all the main heroes and given us their character and depth and all? It just feels like weird timing, and I just don't like the order that they did that in. Because it came across to me, at least, as distracting to suddenly go into this side story when we have this big story with Lunatic going on. It felt like a distraction, and that doesn't feel good here. But yeah, everything is resolved in the end, and Yvonne gets a little bit of encouragement and self-confidence in his role as a hero. Also, he can apparently shapeshift into other people, which is a great power for doing recon and stuff like that, but not for like action-based hero work. It just isn't. But we also got to see apparently some other students there who also have unconventional powers. This isn't My Hero Academia. So I guess that's interesting. But either way, we then go on to episode 9, and this was definitely the more interesting one, but once again, it was just another hero development episode. And it's like sprinkled throughout these episodes, of course, you get stuff about Barnaby's past and all, and about him trying to remember the face of the person who killed his parents. And you're getting all of this stuff in there, but at the same time, it's like, it's still focusing on the character developments. We get to meet Pauline, I think her name was. And she is Dragon Kid, who uses electricity as her power. We see that she's not typically a girly girl type of person, and because of that, she kind of resents this gift she got from her parents, this flower hairpin. So she ends up helping Tiger and reluctantly Bunny watch over the mayor's kid, who is also a Next and a telekinetic at that, which is, yeah, telekinesis is one of the most insane superpowers out there. Just there's so much to it. But yeah, so with her help, they babysit this kid, but one day she goes for a walk in the morning with the kid, just to go for a walk, and both of them are kidnapped by these three sisters who have smelling powers. One can smell danger, one can smell money, and the third can smell lies. So They kidnap these two and try to hold them hostage for money. Luckily, who they call are the heroes, Tiger, Bunny, and also the lady in charge of the agency or the TV group who gave them the mission to watch over the baby in the first place. Mostly Tiger, but the others just kind of ended up becoming involved. But yeah, they end up saving the day, and well, they go to save the day, but let's be honest, Dragon Kid and the baby save the day. um, Again, these episodes aren't bad, but they don't leave anything for me. It's like I enjoy watching them as I do, but they don't stick with me. They don't connect with me, and they don't give me that hype. It's just I'm not that's the thing. I feel like I'm not getting anything from reacting to these. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if it's just because of the way I view things or something. My autism, maybe, just the way it's presented kind of conflicts with that. I don't know. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that it's not doing enough for me to keep my focus and attention. And that's exactly why I put it off every week, and why I end up recording these instead of weeks ahead of time, the week of. Because I'm not invested enough in the series, because it's not connecting with me, it's not hyping me up. And as such, it's like all my investment, all my excitement to get to recording things are for everything else. And that's not good. Because it's like, well, I could continue to maybe get to these episodes on a week-by-week basis instead of pre-recording. It's like I'm clearly having trouble finding the motivation here. And I don't want it to get to a point where I resent this series, or where the burnout that I start to feel is not just for the show but for reacting. I don't want to get to a point where this hurts my reactions at all for that series in particular, or for anything. But I'm conflicted because I also don't want to drop it, because, as I said, I like it. I like the series. And so I'm thinking, like, I could possibly do something like I did with The Boys Season 1, and I could watch it on my own time and then do reviews. But keeping up with that, and who knows when I would get to it, it'd probably end up being more like the Hell of a Boss episode reviews, which were like, at one point, they were like every month. But then they kind of started dragging out a bit more because of production scheduling and all, which is fine. I'm not blaming the team for that. It's just saying it did end up spreading out. And we still haven't gotten the last episode of the season. And yes, I know the deal with that, but don't worry about it. I'm still sour about that. But I understand that this takes time and there's issues and all, and that's fine. I want to see it, you know? But anyways, the point is, I'm not finding the energy, the desire, the motivation, any of that, to continue reacting to this series. I thought I just needed a break, and that's why I took a break from it. But, I mean, maybe you could say I could have used a longer break, but I don't think that's it. after coming back, I don't think that's it. I think it's just that this series isn't doing enough for me to get me excited, to get me wanting to watch it. Even if I like it every time I do, it's just it's weighing down on me. I really don't want to drop another a poll series though, you know? That's the thing that's really getting to me. Because this would be, like I said, the third poll series will have dropped. And mind you, again, for different reasons, it's not going to be like Cuphead where I just wasn't enjoying the show. Or Kill la Kill. It's not like for those shows where I was just not enjoying them. In this case, it's just weighing down on me and just taking me out of the experience in a way. It's becoming hard to get to, and I don't want that to happen. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on hold. I know this sounds counteractive of what I said before. I'm going to put it back on hold. I know we've only been back for a couple weeks, but hear me out. And we're going to test this out. If I feel like at the end of whatever else, if I feel at that point that I'm still not invested in continuing it, we'll drop it right then and there. If I feel like I want to continue it, we'll give it one more chance, but I'm only willing to give it one more chance. And I have to have at least just a little bit of investment in wanting to continue, just a little bit of interest. And we'll give it another shot. But if there's like no interest in continuing, we'll just fully drop it. So I think this is the most fair option, to where we're not just dropping it right here. We're going to give it one more chance. But we are going to put it back on hold for now, because this is kind of how I'm going to test that. And we're going to see if maybe I just did bring it back too soon, basically. And if it comes down to it at that point, if I end up wanting to get back to it and find some level of excitement or enthusiasm in doing so, then again, we'll give it another shot. And I hope to hell that happens. Because again, I very much like the series. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I think that's the most fair way to do this. I think that's the right move right now. We're not going to just fully undrop it right now. We are going to put it on hold and test the waters, see if maybe we just brought it back too soon. So yeah, that means we need to hold another poll for the next series for Sundays for the time being. And as usual, I will announce this in a separate video. I'll tell you what the options are there. 2 of the options will be returning from last time, and the other option will be newly added. And you'll get to vote on them, as always, and we'll see what happens. Now, like I said before, it's like even with all of these issues and stuff, we're continuing on with the poll series thing as normal, with shows that I have faith that I'll like. It's not necessarily true, but I believe, I have faith that I will end up liking them. we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The poll will be put up, since you're seeing this probably, well, actually, you are seeing this before I even go to TrotCon. What am I talking about? I think I said earlier that you're seeing this while I am gone. It's like, no, I'm not scheduling this. It's like, I mean, I could put it on BitChute and schedule the YouTube video to come up, but I don't want to do that because everyone would be able to see it like days before it actually, like, you know, comes to the channel, and that would just, I don't want to do that. It's not like other reactors who have the content on their YouTube channel properly. It's like I actually have it on a separate site. I redirect everything, so so yeah, you're seeing this on Thursday, or unless you wait until the weekend to watch it. But once I get back from TrotCon, that is when I will put up the next poll video. Well, actually, I'll probably put up the announcement video and maybe the poll on Thursday when you're seeing this. I'll probably put it up right after I put this up. And I'll put up the poll, and that way you can vote through the weekend. And I can wait and find out once I get back what it's going to be. In fact, I like that idea better. So yeah. So sometime after this video pops up, you'll also see that pop up as well. Either way, I hope you all understand what I'm going at here with this series. And I hope you all understand that I don't dislike it. It's just, it is just the excitement value of it all for me. I hope I explained it well enough in this video, in these afterthoughts, because I don't know if I did. I hope I did. But either way, so yeah, Tiger and Bunny once again on hold. New poll video. Expect the video and the poll to be up today, same day you're seeing this. And when I get back from TrotCon, expect the poll results to be announced. So please vote throughout the weekend. Thank you so much once again. And we will get back to Tiger and Bunny after a time and determine whether or not I want to continue or if I'm just going to drop it. So for the time being, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.